Bobby, Bobby, Bobby. Why did you make me do it? Why, Bobby? Hmm. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of the Toy Enhancer Unfiltered.
What does Marcellus Wallace look like?
What?
What country you from?
What?
What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English and what?
That's it. That's correct. You read the title right. Tonight, we're going to talk about Mr. Bobby Valla. And I have quite a bit to say.
What?
English, motherfucker! Do you speak it?
Yes.
Then you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
Let me start off by saying, very first, that Bobby's figures, as far as design, are okay. I'd say they're almost pretty good. Almost in pretty good terms. As far as design, Bobby Valla, as a person, holy crap, man. Boy, is he a person to be desired. That's Bobby Valla has the most arrogant, awful attitude that I've ever noticed.
What?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time.
I've been watching Bobby for several months. I'm fairly new to the YouTube community, as most of you know, and anyone that subscribed to my channel. I wanted to buy Valaverse figs. I wanted to buy Action Force, but there was something keeping me from that. And what was it? It's Bobby Valla's personality.
He's bald.
Does he look like a bitch?
What?
Does he look like a bitch?
Totally put off from his toy line just because of his personality. This has never ever happened to me, and I think it's a good thing for other toy creators to pretty much take into consideration in the future. Let's get down to the basics of what has thrown me totally from the line as of right now. Uh, about a month ago, my friend Krusty Old Crow came from Canada, um, brought me my very first Valaverse figure. Okay, he brought me my Vala fig, and it was the Pandora. Okay, thank you, Crow. That was very nice of you. I do like this figure. I think her design is pretty cool. It's a little busy. It's a little busy. Just has a lot going on, but it all around it seemed like a pretty good figure. I was gonna do this video regardless, but I figured since I had the action figure up on my shelf, I might as well go ahead and play around with it and check it out and whatnot. I wish I filmed it. I wish I did do a review on it, but there was a major problem while I was moving this figure, and yeah, you can see right here, her foot broke off, man. Her foot broke off. There's over there's over 800 figures in this room alone. This is just one of my rooms. There's over 800 figures in here that I've been playing with, moving, adjusting, dropping, all kinds of stuff. I take them outside, I play with them. Not one of them has ever broke, especially at an ankle. Okay? Hang on. There's more. We're going to go further.
Then why you try to fuck him like a bitch, Brett? He didn't. Yes, you did. Yes, you did, Brett. You tried to.
As I inspected the ankle where it broke, of course it broke at the point that inserts into the foot. I noticed the foot was hollow. There's a hollow line. Now, are all feet made like that? Maybe. I don't know. I've never had one broke before. So, but why is it hollow? Why can't that just be solid? All right. So, and all I did when I broke it, I was trying just to move her ankle up into the standard flat position. It was kiltered down like this, and I still can move the other one. It was kiltered down, and I did this, and it popped and broke, snapped like a twig on me. Please leave a comment if any of you have had this happen to your Valafigs, because this is the very first one that I've ever put my hand on and moved around, and I already have this happen. All right, hang on. We're going further. We're going further, people, because you guys know that I'm into toy modifying, and I deal with all types of plastics. I have to buy special glue for some. It's an ongoing battle of learning the process of bonding plastic to plastic. You have to know what kind you're dealing with, the durability of it, as I examine this figure. And you can do this at home. Maybe if you have a Pandora, you can do it. But do this at home. Do this for me, okay? Take your thumbnail and try to push it into the figure. Okay? And rub it down the figure like on the pants. And you'll feel this is a very, very hard plastic. Like it's almost, I'd like to call it almost like a brittle plastic, and over the years we all know plastic will get more brittle and more brittle, okay? So I was like, what the hell are these things made out of? And then you can take any G.I. Joe Classified. Take any G.I. Joe Classified off your shelf and push your finger into it, your fingernail, and you'll feel that difference. Honest to God's truth. And you can do it with any figure. Now, you can't push your fingernail in there and leave an indentation. It's not that soft. But it's soft enough to where you can tell that this is a more durable, flexible, and high-grade plastic than what Valaverse is using, or Action Force, or Bobby Boy. It really pissed me off that a gift from my friend, I'm gonna fix it. I know how to fix it. I'm gonna have to pin drill it, put a piece of metal in there, and re-glue it. But should people have to do that? Do people know about it? Have they moved their figures around enough? Why would this happen to me on my very, very first one? I have no clue. Here's the crazy part. When Krusty Old Crow came, he gifted me this figure. I liked it. I was pumped. We went to Joe Fest, and I bought some more Valaverse figures. I bought the Swarm Trooper. He's still in the box. Still in the box. Why is he still in the box? Basically because of just Bobby's personality. Every time I hear him talk, every time I hear him speak, that's why I haven't opened it up yet. If you want to know the truth. Does that sound crazy? It is what it is. Did I do that? No. I'm just watching YouTube and watching live streams. I bought another figure, the Duster, man. We spent I spent $60 on figures, buying them at a Joe convention. I was buying Valaverse. We were kind of hyped to get into this line. My buddy Krusty Old Crow did do some videos on Valaverse. He likes it. I like his videos. They turned out pretty good. He was pretty smitten by the line there. He bought the Sergeant Slaughter and a couple other ones, I forget. But yeah, man. So I have the Duster. He's still in the box. Why? I'm not pumped. I'm not pumped up to open this figure. I don't know much about it. It's got a file card on it. It's got points on it. It's got lore to it. It is what it is, man. And here's the problem. Here's the big problem. And I hope you're listening, Bobby, because this is a crucial time for you to just shut the hell up and really listen. Who do you think is buying your toy line? Do you think it's like kids? Because it's not. Do you think it's adults? Yeah, it is. And do you think they like G.I. Joe? Yes, they do. So when they hear you like talking trash about G.I. Joe on every aspect that you can honestly come up with, sometimes I think you struggle at night and lose sleep over with thinking of new ways to put down Hasbro. You're also tearing apart the fan base and making us just shake our heads like, dude, I mean, why can't you just shut up about Hasbro and continue with your toy line? If it's such a successful toy line like you say it is, then why do you have to shun down Hasbro all the time? Hasbro fans are gonna be buying your toy line, you idiot. Why would you do that? That's so stupid because you got fired or whatever. I understand you used to work for Hasbro. I'm trying to pick up all your the stories behind it and why you have such a vendetta. But the basic truth of it is you are in the toy selling environment. You're here to sell toys, bro. And if you're gonna put down like other toy companies while you're doing it, that's just gonna make people not want to buy your toy, man. Especially people like me. You put all this hard work into your company. Obviously, you're using cheap plastic from what I've seen. I guess I got to review these other figures. So far, it's cheap plastic. The same shit that Super 7 used on their G.I. Joe. Okay? If you want to know the truth of it. And yeah, those broke on me too. But yeah, first figure in my hand and it breaks. Man, come on. And then I see you on the 3POA. Laser Pants. I love you to death. And I'm not putting down the 3POA or anything like that. I love that show. I think you guys are funny. I think you guys are entertaining. And in fact, Laser Pants, when you went to the SDCC, I was watching you the whole way, bro. It was hilarious. I had a good time that weekend, and it was all because of you and Travis Moody. Travis Moody had some great interviews, and you guys engaged, and it was entertaining, which is how the toy community should be. All right? But when I see Bobby on the 3POA talking trash about Rattlers and just all kinds of stuff, man, just Hasbro in general, and it's like, bro, why would you even do that? I think you need to get off the live streams and go back into the production and start drawing up some new toys because
Ezekiel 25:17. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men.
now I can tell you right now, Bobby Valla don't know who the hell I am. By the end of this video, he's gonna hate my guts. Do I give a damn? No. Will I see him at a toy convention? Probably. Am I worried about it? Hell no. If Hasbro could say anything to Bobby Valla, and of course Bobby's gonna say I'm a shill, and all the stuff we hear him say, we're just shills and Hasbro pays us and gives us free figs. I wish. That's not the case, buddy. That shit don't happen no more. Nobody gets free nothing. But if Hasbro had one thing to say to Bobby Valla, it would be this.
Do you want to hear my Fox Force 5 joke?
Sure.
3 tomatoes are walking down the street. Papa Tomato, Mama Tomato, and Baby Tomato. Baby Tomato starts lagging behind, and Papa Tomato gets really angry. Goes back and squishes him. Says, ketchup,
Catch up, motherfucker.
What's your thoughts on how to handle this?
Here's the thing, Bobby. On the 3POA, when you were asked about your future air support for your huge successful toy line, you claim that it's in the works, or you're working on it, or it's coming soon. Man, I'm here to tell you, Classified is already surpassed with air support. From the Trouble Bubble, Dragonfly, Claw's coming out now, the Rattler's here. I mean, where's your air support at, man? And that's what I'm coming to this conclusion is, I think you want to talk bad about Rattlers and Hasbro in general because they do put a whooping on your toy line. When they compare Classified to Action Force, it's like dollar store toys and Toys R Us toys. You know what I'm saying? We got the cheap stuff and then we got the good stuff. All right? And that's an outside perspective that I think you need to hear, Bobby, because you need to go back to the drawing board. You need to reevaluate how you talk, how your product is made, what type of plastics they're using. Don't be so cheap. Don't be a cheap bastard all your life. I see all that cheap whiskey and shit you drink. Cheap bourbon. Get some real shit, man. But yeah, you guys heard it first. I'm sorry I have to be the bad guy. I'm sorry you guys have to hear it like this. This is my opinion. I'm sorry if I offended any of my subscribers or any of 3POA subscribers. I do love you, Laser Pants. I'll love you to the day I die. Alright? You're just a cool bro. But man, I had to say it. So make room for the bad guy. Make way for the bad guy. Because I'm gonna let you guys know what's up. And you heard it first on Aaron the Toy Enhancer, Unfiltered.